Yes, dear respected young friends, welcome. Salutations to you, gratitudes to you, congratulations to you, and wishes prayers. May our classes not become mechanical. Every class let us attend with increased attentiveness and interest, and from every class let us either learn new knowledge or strengthen already learned knowledge. Thus, make every coming together of you and me, along with Lord Krishna and Geeta Mata Vyasa Bhagwan, fruitful. Putting these efforts is called spiritual evolution or evolution as such. So this is what we as human beings can do, should do, and thus help ourselves in growing day by day. Anything else done is not as great as this, but inevitable. Those things also you have to do, the duties, the studies, the naukaris and all. करते रहो अभी, ये भी मत छोड़ना. So good that we are in the study of Gita, chapter by chapter. We are understanding it, expanding our vision. So, to all our Shastras contain this type of knowledge was only given to our intellects when we grasp, gain them, analyze and understand them, and practice and make a habit. The life becomes smooth, life becomes beautiful. So welcome today. Like every day, we also will have four programs. Our initial chantings in our Rudra Patham, Namaka Prashna, the fourth Anuvaka will do today. Twice, twice enough. Then we do our Bhagavad Gita today. Bhagavan is concluding what is Kshetra. We'll just see the shloka number 7, and then we'll have the beginning of only three mantras. Shiva Pratah Smaranam. We have seen Vishnu Pratah Smaranam, Atma Tattva Pratah Smaranam. We will do Shiva, then some of the Devi Pratah Smaranam, Ganesha, whatever the other 7, 8 of them. So 1 in 3 days we'll keep on chanting, knowing the meaning. And your job is to be attentive and grasp it, and then you just think about it, how it can be used for your own upasanas, meditations, and prayers, and how it can be useful. Okay, let us start our everyday prayer to start with. Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We'll do the fourth Anuvakam first. Before the little Sankalpa, Om Shubhesho Namurti Asyam Shubhito, Mamopata Samasta Dutta Kshetvara, Sri Parabrahmna Shrutimatu, Samasta Brahma Vidya, Bhakti Vidya, Yoga Vidya, Acharyabhyo, Dharma Vidya, Acharyabhyo, Rishibhyo, Manubhyo, Gurubhyo, Devatanam Krupanu Upanishadutta Brahmatmaiki Bodhisiddhyartham, पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवत भाव दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृते है पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्व व्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम विश्व सौभ्रातृत्व सौमनस्य पूर्वविद्यार्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्यनिष्ठ अस्माकं सह समस्त भक्तसाधक सेवकानां आचार्याणां गुरूणां संस्थानां पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्व व्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा तेषां हृदये परिपूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्यादि प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा शक्ति भक्ति श्रद्धा सानुकूलता साधना प्राप्ति द्वारा तेषां धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजयार्थम श्री रुद्र प्रश्न नमक प्रश्न से चतुर्थोन्वाक से पारायणम गीता मातु त्रयोदशोध्याय से पारायण अध्ययनम श्री शिव प्रातः स्मरण सूरस्य स्तोत्र से पारायणम अर्थाविष्करण वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ रुद्र प्रश्न नमक प्रश्न चतुर्थः अनुवाकः फोर्थ अनुवाक रुद्रम wonderful 2 times we'll chant Om Nama Avyadhineebhyo Vividhyanteebhyascha Vo Namo Namo Ganabhyasturgam Hatebhyascha Vo Namo Namo Grutsebhyo Grutsapatebhyascha Vo Namo Namo Vratebhyo Vratapatebhyascha Vo Namo Namo Ganebhyo Ganapatebhyascha Vo Namo Namo विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शत्रुभ्यः संग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमः Shvabhyah Shvapatibhyascha Vo Namaha Namah Namah Namaha. Salutation of the Lord Shiva in different forms. Again once more. Om Namah Vyadhinebhya Vividhyantebhyascha Vo Namo Nama Uganabhyastrugam Hatebhyascha Vo Namo Nama Grutsebhya Grutsapadibhyascha Vo Namo Namo Vratebhyo Vratapatibhyascha Vo Namo Namo Ganebhyo Ganapatibhyascha Vo Namo Namo विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शत्रुभ्यः संग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः नमो मृगयुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वभ्यः स्वपदिभ्यश्च वो नमः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. That is our second program of Veda Mantrocharanam. Let us shortly and sweetly see our third topic of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the most divine sacred textbook having all the knowledges of all the Shastras essence, helping us in the outer success, in our management, in our spiritual unfoldment. Also, for the spiritual unfoldment, what are the knowledges required about the Lord, the truth, the reality, the Saguna Nirguna? All of them are told in at our own level to prepare ourselves to embark on the path of spirituality. What to do? Those values are also told and path also laid out in front of us beautifully by the Lord in so many places. So we have seen Karma Shatkam, how we have to be with our body and senses working in the world so that we get purified from all our inner impurities. We are taught the Bhakti Shatkam in which recognize the presence of the Lord with all his powers, how we tune to him, Manmana Vadbhakta Madhyaji, devotion through his grace, how one Yogakshema will come, other side, all our Ajnana will go away because the Lord here, I myself will enter and give the Jnanam to you. है ना 10वां अध्याय में सब हमने देखा Vishwarupa also and Bhakti sadhanas all were taught was in the 12th chapter by which not only the body, mind, also how it has to be purified and divinized, single pointed, that's all told. Now we are into the Jnana Shatkam, how to do the vibhaga between two mixed up the things and discover what is true real and liberating what is untrue unreal and binding and keep away from the binding one, getting identified with the real one. That's how the most important is sixth, third Jnana Shatkam, little subtle topic, therefore slowly, steadily only we are trying to study. So in this first shloka of 13th chapter is Arjuna's Prashna. He has asked the 6 things to be taught to him. Bhagavan Krishna takes one by one and he starts explaining the Kshetra first. Then Kshetrajna. Then he'll go for Prakriti Purusha, then Jnanagneyam and then Prakriti Purusha. So far what we have seen in shloka 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You remember? First shloka, let's chant it once for 1 minute and see the meaning of it. Then go to the chanting and seeing how the next. So first 6 shlokas I'm just chanting to explain the meaning. 6 ne 5, then 6th and 7th we'll chant 2 times, then we go for the explanation of it. The first one, Sri Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः. क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञविभागयोगः. अर्जुन उवाच प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञमेव च एतद्वेदितुमिच्छामि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च केशव. श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं शरीरं कौन्तेय क्षेत्रमित्यभिधीयते एतद्यो वेत्ति तं प्राहुः क्षेत्रज्ञ इति तद्विदः. क्षेत्रज्ञं चापि मां विद्धि सर्वक्षेत्रेषु भारत. क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञयोर्ज्ञानं यत्तज्ज्ञानं मतं मम तत्क्षेत्रं यच्च यादृक् च यद्विकारि यतश्च यत् स च यो यत्प्रभावश्च तत्समासेन मे शृणु. ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव hetumadvirvinishchitaihi. After this, we have seen the thing. Mhm, mhm, mhm. So Arjuna asks Krishna, "Hey Keshava, question is, Hey Keshava, tell me, Prakritim Purusham, Kshetram Kshetrajnam, Jnanam Gneyam." So Bhagavan started saying the answer, Idam Shariram Kaunteya, Kshetramitya Vidhiyate, then Etadyo Veti Tam Prahuhu, Kshetrajna iti Tadvidaha. Mm. So what is the Kshetra? The body is the Kshetra. Why it is called Kshetra? The four reasons are told. And then who is Kshetrajna? The one who knows the body top from bottom, its birth and death, its all modifications in and out. But why we have to know these two things? Just to know that we are the Kshetrajnas, not the Kshetra. Therefore, dare not the Kshetra influence us, bind us, give us all that bondage and misery. To stand apart from the Kshetra, so that remain the liberated Kshetrajna, this knowledge is to be gained by us. And the higher knowledge is what spiritual knowledge is so beautiful. He says, Sarva Kshetreshu, there is one Kshetrajna, and it is me, Arjuna, and that is you also. At the highest level, one only. That's ability to discover it. And differences at whatever the level they are there, they are required, they are valid, it is allowed. Like, my body, your body, made with same five elements. But you are you, I am I, my duties are mine, your duty is yours. My house, your house, made with same bricks and cement and concrete and iron. But the shape and all of them are different. Is it not? Like my mother, your mother are different. But motherliness is same. The childness or sonness is same, no? थोड़ा सा सूक्ष्म बनकर हमको इन बातों को ग्रास्प करना है. At the highest level, your buddhi, my buddhi, the work is done, same work, the abilities in that are same, but use it for it with different purpose. Like your car, my car, same. But you may use your car for going there and I use car this way. That may be different. But cars are same, petrol से ही चलते हैं वो लोग. है ना, तुम्हारा सेलफोन मेरा सेलफोन एक ही है, but you use for different purpose, I use for different purpose. The mechanism and technology and all of that is same. Expand like this in the whole universe. Everything is happening because, first of all, it is existing and is conscious. That conscious existence is one common denominator, and that is we. That you have to realize on the seat of meditation. Then you find yourself as a self of all. Therefore, there is nothing other than you to create raga or dvesha and to create shatru or mitra and to fight or unnecessarily waste your time and money on useless people. सारा संसार ऐसे ही निकल जाएगा. Are you able to understand it? At least 5%. Therefore, Sarva Kshetreshe Bharata Mam Kshetragnam Vidhi. Kshetragnam Chapma with Sarva Kshetresh. In this way, Kshetragnyor Jnanam Yat Tat Jnanam iti Mama Matam. Therefore, one must clearly understand what is the position of Kshetra, what is Kshetragna and his position, and then detach from the Kshetra. You are no misery. Now, this spiritual main knowledge which frees you from all misery and gives you the happiness of being one with the Kshetragna, for what reason it is not taught in schools, colleges? Just because they are Hindu texts, they are Geetha, etc., and you are a secular, stupid country? Pagal hai, bewakoof hai. Not knowing this knowledge, everyone was tampering the kshetra, and by identifying with the kshetra, we are suffering unnecessarily. We have not come here as a human being to suffer, please, and suffering can never avoid as long as we are in the identification of kshetra. We are coming here only to be happy, to be blissful, to just make this pilgrimage to this earth as a human being, to celebrate, to enjoy. You can't do that by being senti-emotional, by identifying the Kshetra. How long? First, we identify with our Kshetra and we identify with everybody's Kshetra. Then we compare, contrast, then likes, the dislikes, then funny behaviors, everything miserable. So, pagal khane ke pagal ho gaye hum. Just remain apart from your own Kshetra and be Kshetrajna. See, everybody is doing whatever they are. They are all Kshetras, in them also Kshetrajna. That Kshetrajna is me. First, recognize it. You start with saying that I am Indian, so India is my country, therefore Indian players should win. Then they will never win, then they will make you miserable. First, look at it's a cricket, it's a sport. Many countries are learning and participating, and the winning depends on the performance and planning of them, strategy of them, execution of that. So from here, if you start, then you say, अच्छा इंडिया जीते तो अच्छा है, but कोई बात नहीं, जो भी अच्छा खेलेगा वो जीतेगा. I'm here to enjoy the sport. If you see like that, whoever wins, you may have a little feeling, yeah, India jeeta, but then you will not be miserable that much like some people got. That day who played well, they won. Whole life is like that, isn't it? Never ever in life there's any occasion for us to miserable if you detach from the kshetra and remain as kshetra. This is what is that sloka number 3. Now 4 and 5, what was that? Bhagavan says, Tat kshetram yatu yadruku yadvikari yataya. What is that kshetra? Where from it has come? What are the modifications in it? I want to tell you. So to Sahacha, that kshetragne prabhavaha, what is his capacity? His capacity is in his presence, he makes the kshetra get modified, function, etc. But himself never gets identified with that. That's his greatness. And that kshetragna is you and I. Sachayat prabhavacha that samasena me shrunu. I am telling you, but it's not the one, me only the authority for you. Rushivi baudagitam chandovi vidai pratak. By so many Vedas, the rishis themselves have spoken about the Kshetra and Kshetragna, their differentiation, and Kshetragna being eternally liberated from the Kshetra. Not only that, even Brahma Sutra Padame, that thing which Sutra Upena teaches the Brahma Tattva, they itself as a sadhana. This only, you want to be blissful Brahman, then reduce or remove yourself, getting cocooned and conditioned in the Kshetra. And all of that is Hetu. There's a logic, there are examples. How many examples we are seeing every day in the class? Already explained to the scooter example, the child example. Another scooter नीचे गिर गया. You say अच्छा हो गया, गिरता ही रहता है सब ठीक तरह से प्रार की नहीं करते. We shout, अरे भाई तुम्हारा ही स्कूटर गिर गया. Immediately the identity of क्षेत्र we suffer. So to the child failed. We don't feel bad. अरे भाई आपका बेटा फेल हो गया. And then you become miserable. है ना, लाइक ट्वेल्थ पास हो गया, पास होते क्यों नहीं होते, इतने माँ बाप उसको खिलाते और गधे लोग चीटिंग करके ही पास हो जाते हैं. अरे भैया ये आपके बेटे के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, ऐसा ही क्या, देन इमीडिएटली शी गेट्स. हाउ मेनी एग्जांपल्स, thousands of examples. हेतु मतभेद विनिश्चित. Okay, up to these are the 5 shlokas. Now 6 and 7 talk about. In 2 shlokas भगवान tells what constitutes full kshetra. थोड़ा इसको ध्यान से पढ़ लेना. And the purpose of that is they are kshetra, I am kshetragna, I am not influenced by them, I should not be influenced by them. Maintain the dignity. Hi, we are giving 1,000 examples. We go to shop, there are 100 objects. 99 objects, we don't become samsari there because it is kshetra and kshetraknya. I have no relation with that. But among them, one object you like it or you want it, whatever. With that, there is samsara of transaction. I am the buyer, is the seller, it is sold, I am bought. I bought it. ये संसार हो गया. सो क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ के दृष्टि से एक नीचे आकर कर्ता भोक्ता और आई वांट टू बाई इट, आई वांट टू यूज इट, उस आइडेंटिटी में आ गए. Okay, it is required for some duty, some work, it is there. Then you bought it, then you used it. Still, you are not bound by it because your kshetragnatva is not reduced. है कि नहीं? Like the owner tells the कुछ cooking staff, जाके सब्जियां वगैरह ले आओ. He brings them, he cooks them, he serves, but he's not in samsara. Because he's still remaining a kshetra kshetragna, because there's no association with all the things made by him for himself. But at the same time, his own house, when he does it, he'll be bound because मेरा घर है, मेरा खाना है, मैंने बनाया. सो क्षेत्र से कोई भी मैं मेरा मेरे लिए अहम मम मह्यम आई मी आई माइन एंड फॉर मी इन दिस वे गेट्स रिलेटेड which is absurd. He will suffer because of that kshetra. Why doesn't Lord doesn't suffer even though he's in the whole world is his own? because he never gets that identity with the world and never gets bound by those limitations. Therefore, he is never miserable. वेरी 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 एसेंशियल टॉपिक. आज से तुम सीख लो. एवरीथिंग इज क्षेत्र अदर देन मी. आई शुड नॉट बी इन्फ्लुएंस्ड. आई जस्ट वॉच. I'll go through the things and whatever duties I have to do, I do for it. That's it. As I give example, your children. You bring them up as a kshetrajna, the kshetra has to be taken care of. Then when he studies well, it is his goodness. He doesn't study, no, he's covered there. You keep on helping us, Father, what you can do, but don't. Like I'm doing. I'm kshetrajna, you are kshetra for me. I'm just going out talking on Geetha with all my love, kindness, and concern. And then beyond that, whether you listen or understand or not, it is your choice. If you do it, you get benefited. If you don't, it's lost to you. मेरे को क्यों संसार करना है? Why should I involve into that identity? Others will suffer. With every one of you, I'll suffer. Whoever are you there? How many number you are there? Thank God it's a YouTube classes that nobody knows me. I don't know them, but I am giving the knowledge and I am doing a reflection on it for myself. But in my mind, I know all the youth who deserve. Oh Lord, please send them. Let them listen these things. Let them get the required amount of most important knowledge very very soon, so that on the basis of knowledge they conduct for their own successes. They avoid the failures and pitfalls and miseries. This is my intention. वो काम करेगा जिनको लायकपन है, अर्हता है, दे विल कम एंड लिसन. जो नहीं है तो ठीक है. बट आई एम ओनली क्षेत्र. Okay, now the kshetra is told in the verse number 6 and 7. दो दो बार पढ़ लेना या तीन तीन बार पढ़ लो. ओके. श्री भगवान उवाच. महाभूतान्यहङ्कारः बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च इन्द्रियाणि दशैकं च पञ्चचेन्द्रियगोचराः. अगेन. महाभूतान्यहङ्कारः बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च इन्द्रियाणि दशैकं च पञ्चचेन्द्रियगोचराः. Next sloka. Once more. महाभूतान्यहङ्कारः बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च इन्द्रियाणि दशैकं च पञ्चचेन्द्रियगोचराः. Again. महाभूतान्यहङ्कारः बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च इन्द्रियाणि दशैकं च पञ्चचेन्द्रियगोचराः. Then next sloka. 7th one. इच्छा द्वेषः सुखं दुःखं संघातश्चेतना धृतिः एतत् क्षेत्रं समासेन सविकारमुदाहृतम्. अगेन. इच्छा द्वेषः सुखं दुःखं संघातश्चेतना धृतिः एतत् क्षेत्रं समासेन सविकारमुदाहृतम्. अगेन. इच्छा द्वेषः सुखं दुःखं संघातश्चेतना धृतिः एतत् क्षेत्रं समासेन सविकारमुदाहृतम्. Beautiful. ज्ञाता ज्ञेयम और क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ. Knower is the kshetrajna, the known is kshetra. Kshetra is the known, kshetra is the knower. So we have seen the first sloka yesterday, very simple. Ki Mahabhutani, the five primary elements, is called tanmatras. Okay, pancha tanmatra. Shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandha tanmatra. From that the pancha mahabhutas come. Then they get mixed up, and then from them the all stula shariras are made. So the pancha mahabhutas, pancha tanmatras. महाभूतानि. देन अहंकार. समष्टि अहंकार कहते हैं उसको. बुद्धि इज कॉल्ड समष्टि महत्त्व कहते हैं. Avyaktam, the samashti, avyakrutar prakriti. Mahabhutani, five elements. You know, water, earth, fire, air and space. What we see them is Thula. From the whatever Karana they came, they are called Sukshma. They are technical Tattva Matra Tanmatra. They are not seen only on the yoga sthiti. You can master them, you can experience them, you can make use of them. So many siddhis are there if one meditates on the tanmatras. वो सब फिर योग दर्शन शास्त्र में सब होता है. We do the Vedanta, so we don't worry about that. Our job is directly to discover the God. We don't become too much obligated or bound by the prakriti, the mastering the prakriti and then using it for various purposes. वो लोग दूसरे लोग करते हैं. Like there are some Mahatmas who talk only Vedanta. Then others are there, they talk about all Jyotisham कहते हैं, फिर सिद्धियाँ दिखाते हैं, their शुभ मंत्र बोल के, they remove the problems and all. So they remove the problem of the body health, but you remain as a body identified fellow only, no? You have not realized the self just because the body became healthy. So they do that one. People go to such Babaji's lakh and करोड़ों में. तो हम वेदांत पढ़ाते हमारे तरह एक आध दो ही आ जाते हैं, वो भी 2 मिनट में चले जाते. So anyway, Mahabhutani, five tanmatras. Mahabhuta. Then Ahankara. There is Samashti Ahankara. Aham bolte हैं Samashti. Then Buddhi is Samashti Antakarana. महत्तत्व कहते हैं उसको. बुद्धि अव्यक्त मीन्स माया और अव्याकृत और टोटल प्रकृति. So let us say Parabrahma Paramatma. Without any gunas or maya is beyond. Nirgun Nirakar. He has got infinite power. Like I am Nirgun Nirakar. I have an infinite power. One of the power is speaking. When I use that, I become a speaker. I have another power, listening. I become listener. I can walk, walker. Same way, Parabrahma Paramatma, he has got his infinite power. Beyond the power is Parabrahma. With the power, he is called Ishvara. That power, which is unmanifest, when grasped, subtly manifests, power is called Mahatattva. With that power, this Ishvara is called as Hiranyagarbha. Then the same power becomes grossified. Then it's called entire Virat Jagat, which Arjuna has seen in the 11th chapter. And then Lord identifying with that is Virat Purusha. The same thing at the individual level. I identify with my own causal body called Prajna. I myself identify with my subtle body is called Taijasa. I identify my own gross body is called Vishwa. But this gross subtle causal. In that Avyakta is causal. In this shloka, the first line में last में होता है. Then the next one, na, buddhi, he said, no, it is subtle. Then in the samashti, there's aham from the mahatattva. So maya or prakriti from that mahatattva, from that samashti ahankar. Maya is unmanifest stage of everything. Mahatattva is subtle manifestation. Then the subtle manifestation in its process of manifesting in the gross jagat, it expresses this way. First, the Purna ahankara. Second, that ahankara divides into three: sattvic, rasic, tamasic. Where from the three gunas came to aham? From mahat. Where from it came? From the maya. Where from maya? Maya itself is trigunaत्मक. Trigunaत्मक maya रहने के कारण mahat also trigunaत्मक. Because the mahat is trigunaत्मक, its outcome, its effect, ahankara also trigunaत्मक. From that trigunaत्मक ahankara, from sattvic ahankara, all adhisthana devatas like Indra, Varuna, Vayu, they express. From the Rajasic Ahankara, all Antakarana, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, they express. From the Tamasic Ahankara, Tanmatras express. From the Tanmatra, Panchamahamutas. From the Mahamutta, Panchamahamutta combination, the Stula Panchamahamuta, which we see. And through their combination, every of the body. This is how the creation happens. In that creation, all the ingredients, Mahabhutani, the Tanmatras, Then the cause of them, the ahankara, samashti, then cause of it, the buddhi, the mahatattva, and the cause of it, the avyaktam. All of that is kshetra only. Okay. And then hmm, these इसी के इफेक्ट है नेक्स्ट लाइन में बताया इंद्रियाणि दशा I told you five indriyas come from the even अंतःकरण also from the राजसिक अहंकार बताया ना तो सेकंड लाइन कहते इंद्रियाणि दश एकम so ekam is mana dasha indriyani are five jnanendriyas five karmendriyas 11 then panchacha indriya gocharaha the eye five of the objects which are perceived by the senses. The eye sees the forms, the ear sees, listens to sounds, the nose smells, the tongue tastes, and the skin touches. You know that touch, taste, form, and touch, taste, form, sound, and smell. These are called indriya gochara. They come from the Pancha Mahabhutas again. So how many have become five indriya gocharas? Shabda, sparsha, rasa, gandha. Then 11 are indriyas and mana. 16 हो गए. Then the Ashtada Prakriti, Bhumi Mahabhutani are the 5. Then Ahankara, Buddhi, Avyakta 8. So 8, 16, total 24. So these are the 24 tattvas with which the whole world is made. That's how the Sankhyans, the uh, yogins, they talk about the entire Prakriti. In Vedanta, to some extent, we accept it. Later on, Ekameva Advayam Brahma, other than him, there is not even Prakriti, we talk about it. They don't talk it because they have their own logics. The Yoga Margi, the Sankhya Margi. What we are Vedanta Margins. So these 24 are Kshetra. And who am I? I am Kshetra. And I am Jnata, they are all Gneyam. Because they are Gneyam known by me, they fall in the category of Kshetra. Anything known by me is Kshetra, please. I am the Kshetra. 24 tattvas. Not only those 24 tattvas, now in the 7th shloka, we see the inner antakarana modifications, which belong to be attentive. The antakarana only, manobuddhi chitta ahankara, it also is a kshetra. But the other philosophers, they say they are the lakshanas of the inner pure self. That is why the Geetha Acharya beautifully, by putting them also into the kshetra, separates himself or all of us as a kshetrajna, the knower of it. And it is not at all difficult to understand. So now first in the 6th shloka we have seen 5 Mahabhutas, that is Tanmatras, then Buddhir Avyaktam Ahankaram, then Samishti Ahankara, Samishti Mahatattva, then Avyakrutam, these are all 8 which are called Ashtada Prakriti. Then Niche jo hai, the 16 of the things, 5 Jnanendriya, 5 Karmendriya, 1 mind and 5 objects of the world. 24 they are spoken as Kshetram. In continuation of that, the 5 things or 6 things are said in the 7th shloka. They are also in the Kshetra. इच्छा द्वेष सुखम दुखम संगात चेतना धृति इच्छा द्वेष सुखम दुखम संगात चेतना धृति 7 more are set. So 24 7 31. These are all in kshetra. I am the kshetra. None of them should touch me. I am other than them all the time. Okay. What are they? First, ichha. Ichha is so simple. This is one manasika guna towards an object or a person from whom earlier you got happiness. You know, you had an ice cream. The moment you see that ice cream ka ready ya koi, immediately in the mind the ichha comes for that ice cream to have the ananda or happiness. Why? Because earlier you had that ice cream, it was so good, you enjoyed it, it gave you happiness. Then that impression got created. That is why to experience that bliss or happiness again, we attend to. For that particular object or a person also, what feeling you have in the mind, that feeling, that thought is called ichha, desire. And do you know your desires or not? I know my desire. Therefore, when I know it, it has fallen in the category of known. And all that known is Kshetra. I am the Kshetragna. Then once a desire comes in me, I can be a slave to it and for that doing any Rakshasatva, that is one way. Second, desire has come, I will work honestly to fulfill that desire righteously. Third, you just remain as witness. You say, I am the knower of you, my dear. More than that, I have no identity with you. You will see, कुछ देर दरवाजा खटखट आएगा, desire वो चला जाता. Because it's a kshetra, it can't, it should not influence the kshetra. But we are habituated to get disturbed by the desires or because of identification. Every desire comes, we suffer. And mind you, thank God that all desires we don't try to fulfill. क्योंकि उतना टाइम नहीं होता, उतना पैसे नहीं है, उतने में इसलिए हम इतने डबल ट्रिपल दुखी हो जाते हैं. See the subtlety. If the desire fulfillment is a compulsion, then every desire you should fulfill, no? Try for how many thousands of desires we just live, good or bad, both. सबको हम fulfill नहीं करते हैं. If you don't fulfill all, that means what? They are not important. If they are not important, whichever the desires we are fulfilling, they are also not important. But we give importance, and those desires only bind us. Ichha. See, there are 10 students in the college or 100. You are not desired to talk to anyone. Therefore, nothing of them mind you. But one stupid fellow or fellow you want to talk. And they don't talk to you. And then you become miserable. And then you become frustrated. Then you become Devadas. That's not born from the birth is not Devadas. Devadasi. You understood how example, any example. So, Icha. So, I know my desire. Therefore, desire is known. It's a Kshetra. And the Kshetragna. Same is the second one, Dvesha. Dvesha is a feeling in the mind, a vritti, a thought towards an object or a person from whom you got a dukkha earlier, misery. And that impression you got it. Therefore, you come across it or it is remembered in your mind, immediately the sense of hatred comes. So when you hate someone, do you know it or not? I know it. You know it, therefore it is Kshetra. You are Kshetragna. Then stand apart. The thought, let it come and go. Don't act according to Icha and Dvesha. You act according to Dharma, that's it. Think about it. This is what Vedanta, this is our philosophy. This is called spiritual life. This is called freeing ourselves from the continuously coming and bombarding all the Icha Dvesha from inside and outside. That's called free life. That's real freedom. On the name of freedom, we become slave only to the Icha Dvesha and through that to the Vastu and Vyakti and Paristhiti and become all the time frowning, miserable fellow, good for nothing, doing nothing and miserable every time. What is wretched life? And वो आदत होता है from the age of youthhood. And it has become a so habit after once you grow to 35 odd years, you don't even can't remove it and it becomes a habit. And the whole life on Icha Dvesha, live life. The Icha Dvesha actually are the modification of the mind, identifying with that, only doing all nonsense of other and papa, go on suffering. Marji aapki hai. So Icha Dvesha. Third one is Sukham. Sukham is again when the convenient, pleasurable thing according to our own mind's choice happens or a person comes or object comes, then there is Sukham. You love your friend, somebody. Aate hi, you feel that Sukham inside. That Sukham is known to me. I am happy, I know it. Therefore, that happiness is an object, it is a Kshetra. I am the knower of it. I am Kshetra. So to Dukkham. Dukkham is the arrival of something or being uh, which is non-conducive to my choice. Dukkham. But I know that Dukkham. Therefore, it is a Kshetra. इच्छा द्वेष सुखम दुखम 4 बता दिया. Then Sanghata. Sanghata is assemblage of all the Pancha Mahabhutas and all this body. Body is called always Sanghata. That also, already it was said, Idam Shariram Kaunteya. Same thing it is said in the different word. Sanghata, the assembly, the body. The next one, Chetana. Chetana is the ability to know. I know now that I can know it, and I know I can't know it. So that ability called knowingness, called Chetana, is also Kshetra. I am the awareness consciousness, not knowingness. That knowingness used somewhere, something is known. Not used somewhere, something is not known. So whether I used my Chetana or not, as a result of which I have known something or not, all of that I am knowing it. Therefore I am Kshetrajna. That Kshetana is also Kshetra. And the last one is Dhrutihi, the fortitude. In whatever good or bad things, whatever the dharana shakti we have, that's called a dhrutihi. That is also a part of the kshetra only. Dhrutihi. Hmm? Hmm. Dhrutihi. Dharana in us. Any type of dharana we hold on to. इंद्रियों को पकड़ के रखते हैं in some or the other work. They are tired. Like still, eyes are tired. But still you say, और थोड़ा देर देखने दो टीवी मैच टीवी क्रिकेट मैच. But you have a dhruti there. So too, padhai ke time. Tired, but they know kal exam hai. Like right now, you feel like running away from class, but still you are seated, dhruti. More than you, I also want to run away. I have a lot of works, but I hold myself. Yeah, that's called dhruti. Okay, this is called kshetram in short. Along with vikara, it is told to you. Etat kshetram samasena sa vikaram udahrutam. So this is called the kshetram vikara. Kshetra is the first line said Mahamutani Ahankara Buddhiravakti Vivacha. Then vikara means it's there, the those Ashtada Prakritis modification only, the Niche Wala. Indriyani Dashekam cha Panchachendra Gochara, Icha Dvesha Sukham Dukkam, Sangata, Chetana, Dhriti, all of them are the modification vikara of the Ashtada Prakriti. Therefore, the Ashtada Prakriti is the main Kshetra, and naturally all its modifications also are Kshetra. Who am I? I am single undisturbed Kshetra. अब देखो किसकी क्या मजाल होगी हमको दुखी करने का. You stick to be the kshetrajna all the time and not becoming a slave to kshetra for any reason. And only one reason because of which we get identified with the kshetra, that is murkhata, the bevakufi, the ignorance, the delusion. And it gives you misery and yet we don't learn from it. Such a stupid fellows we are. At least I am. You may be wise. Okay. We'll stop here. That last line. Etat kshetra samasena savikara udavratam. 2-3 minutes I have to tell you. Then the next chapter is totally different. Kshetra he told. Kshetrajna he told. He will tell now the jnanam. The 20 values the Lord will teach. With that 20 values practiced, then the Jnaya Vastu Paramatma, to know it, you become qualified and get the subtle intellect, etc. All that introduction, and then like we saw in 12th chapter, the 40 values which took 20 days for us, here also 20 values will be there which will study at least 4 or 5 days. Then Jnaya Vastu will be told in 7-8 shlokas, which is pure Vedanta. Then lastly, Prakriti Purusha. Let us see. Om Ata Shri Samba Sadashiva Parameshwarasya Pratasmarana Shlokaha. Pratasmaranam Lord Shiva. Om. How many shlokas are there, Baba? 3 ही है. पहले पढ़ लेके पहला वाला अर्थ 2 मिनट में बताएंगे. ओम अतः श्री शिवस्य प्रातः स्मरण स्तोत्रम. ओम प्रातः स्मरामि भवभीतिहरं सुरेशं गंगाधरं वृषभवाहनमम्बिकेशं खट्वाङ्गशूलवरदा भयहस्तमीशं संसाररोगहरणौ शधमद्वितीयं प्रातर्नमामि गिरिशं गिरिजार्धदेहं सर्गस्थिति प्रलयकारणमादिदेवं विश्वेश्वरं विजितविश्वमनोभिरामं संसाररोगहरणौ शधमद्वितीयम् प्रातर्भजामि शिवमेकम् अनन्तमाद्यं वेदान्तवेद्यमनघं पुरुषं महान्तं नामादिभेदरहितं षड्भावशून्यं संसाररोगहरणौ शधमद्वितीयं प्रातः समुत्थाय शिवं विचिन्त्य श्लोकत्रयं येनु दिनं पठन्ति ते दुःखजातं बहुजन्मसञ्चितं हित्वा पदं यान्ति तदेव शम्भोः इति श्रीशिवस्य प्रातः स्मरणं तो प्रातः स्मरामि अर्ली मॉर्निंग just taking bath I just meditate on him remember him स्मरण कर रहा हूँ तो any God smarana should be done with his rupa, with his gunas, with his mahima, with his leela. Then with devotion, we ask him what we want. Most of us just take the name of Lord, which is very grossest of the sadhana, less of the result. Rupa Nama should follow the Rupa. Rupa should show us some of his Leelas. Leela should remind us of his Gunas, Shaktis, and Karuna. Then, after that way prepared, then and we ask the Lord, bless me with this or that. So I to ask this, oh Lord, let whatever dharma I have to do, let me finish them nicely without any obstructions. So to my main dharma of studying Shastras, knowing the truth, doing sadhana, and giving the pravachana satsanga on this for all the deserving candidates. Let this happen fruitfully, O Lord. Sankalpa. Okay? So Pratah Smarami. Early morning I am doing Smarana. Whom Suresham, the Lord of all the Devatas, that is Lord Shiva. And then his all some beautiful qualities are said in the entire stotram, few of them in this particular first mantra. First, Bhava Bhiti Haram. He is the one who is Hara, destroyer of Bhiti, the fear, the Bhava, the samsara. तो संसार में होने वाले हर एक दुख को दूर करने वाला संसार में क्या दुख होते हैं what I want it I won't get it and what I don't want that doesn't go away from me that makes me miserable. Bhagavan makes us understand, accept, and gives all wisdom which is used when used. Bhava Bhiti, the samsara dukkha goes. And the Bhava Bhiti, the higher level is what? The birth and death and in between. All things are nothing but Bhava and they all give nothing but dukkha. Entering into mother's womb and staying in that septic tank for 9 months is a naraka. And from the birth till the death, every day struggle, tension. खाना बनाओ, खाना खाओ, कपड़े धो लो, नहा लो, घर साफ करो, नौकरी करो, पैसे कमाओ, बिजली का बिल भरो, टेलीफोन का बिल भरो, all the useless people called wife, husband, children, you are answerable to them, son-in-law, mother-in-law, all nonsense, neighbor nonsense, relative nonsense. Everybody living their pagal nonsense. Therefore, हमको ये normal लगता है. But it's nothing but bhava. दुःख and finally the fear of death अयो मैं मरने वाला हूँ but I am dying without enjoying all bhava bhiti and this is removed by giving us the kshetrajna jnanam that you are the kshetrajna my friend all these kshetra don't identify that's called tattva jnana atma jnana brahma jnana तो देकर भाव का भीति को हराते क्योंकि this is the only way by which the bhava bhiti goes away only by the atma jnana no other way. Okay, Bhavabhiti Haram. Then second, Suresham is the Lord of all Devatas. Therefore, if you are his devotee, Devatas also bless us. Third, Gangadharam. The Lord who was bearing the Gangaji when she came down from the Swarga on the tapasya of Bhagirath for purifying and sending to Sarga. The Sagara Maharaja's putras, 60,000 of them were cursed by Kapila Mahamuni because they did insult him because their yajna horse somewhere they was searching and they found it tied in a tree near to Kapila Muni. They think Kapila Muni ने चुराया. So they do misbehave. ऐसे भस्म हो जाओ टाक हो जाते हो 60,000. Then the Sagara first he does tapasya. He is the father of those 60,000 children. Then is then comes Sagaraputra, then Dilip Amshuman, then Anshuman's Putra Dilip, then the Dilip's Putra Bhagirath. These 60,000 of them in search of that horse, they dig the whole earth. It is dug by the Sagaraputra. That's why the ocean is called Sagar. And it has got some Visha in that. Therefore, it's called Sagaram Visha Sahita. When they dug it, they didn't find a horse, but they found Kapila Muni seated. And the horse is tied there. Somebody who are against them, they tie it like that. So that the Muni can curse them. Exactly that's what happens. So they all disturb the Muni and feel that it is he, the Muni did. Muni कहते तो बस हो गए. Then without children, how to do? Then Sagarji does tapasya. The solution is said कि when गंगा का अवतरण होता है, गंगा जल का स्पर्श होता है, so then these children will be sent to स्वर्ग इत्यादि. Then what? How to do to bring the गंगा? तपस्या करो. So the Sagara does tapasya, Anushman does tapasya, Dilima does tapasya, हाथी ने गंगा जो भगीरथ करते हैं. That's why भगीरथ तपस्या. You have seen Gangotri, the Bhagirath Shila. Sit there for 2-3 minutes. Then Ganga says, I'll come, but I'll come from Swarga with such a force. Somebody should hold me. नहीं तो मैं बात आने चली जाऊंगी, तुम्हारा काम नहीं बनेगा. Then बेचारा भागीरथ जी does again तपस्या for Lord Shiva. आ जाते शिव जी कहते भगवान क्षमा करो आपको डिस्टर्ब कर तंग कर रहे हैं वो गंगा जी आएगी आपको पकड़ लेना शिव जी कहते चलो आन दो then Ganga comes शिव जी holds her in his own matted locks that is why Ganga Dharam and Ganga with so much arrogance tries to even disturb Shiva शिव जी so powerful he says मैं बांध लेता हूँ तुमको when he ties her in his matted hair she becomes restless मैं मर जाऊंगी भगवान ऐसे करते हैं जटाओं को then she falls in 7 places. All of them 7 meet at Devaprayag. That's why from Devaprayag it is called actually Ganga. Otherwise it has different. Sona Nadi, when it comes that side, then it's called, what's called? Mandakini when it comes from Kedarnath. Alakananda, you call it from Badrinath. Then you call it as Bhagirathi coming from the Gomukh or Gangotri. Different names. कर्णप्रयाग रुद्रप्रयाग में मिलते मिलते finally they meet all of them at Devaprayag. So before Devaprayag it's Rudraprayag. Before the Rudraprayag, this side is Sonprayag, this side you go to Nandaprayag, then we have Karnaprayag, then Vishnuprayag, the Keshaprayag. These are all different places, different Gangas meet, but actually it's called as Ganga at Devaprayag. Then it goes and mixes with Yamunaji at Prayagraj. And Saraswati ji is already Antarvahini. So that's why the Prayaga is the most divine places where Ganga the Bhakti, Yamuna the Karma, and Saraswati the Jnana, a Tino Sangam. Then from there through Kashi, they go to meet in the ocean, the Ganga Sagar. You have to do all the parikrama, travel of all these places when you are young. बुढ़े तक wait मत करना. From the age of 45, once you settle, by the age of 60, finish in 15 years, all darshanas of all temples. Okay? Then you can relax. I am relaxed now. I have nothing to go. Everything I have seen, including Kailas, Mansaur, Manimaneshwar, 12 Jyotirlingas, Vancha Kedar, Vancha नहीं, 3 देखा, 2 नहीं. But all temples all over the country. Anandam, Anandam. No खुजली to anywhere. बैठो अपना शास्त्र पढ़ो. In time, when young, reach all that old हो गए, you will be miserable only at your body level, never enjoying any temple. I'm just giving an idea, your mercy. So Gangadharam is the meaning. Then Vrishabha Vahanam, he is the one who has got the bile, which is the indicator of the dharma, as his vehicle. Ambikesham, the Lord who is the Isha, the husband of Ambika, Mata Parvati. Then he has got in his hands Khatwanga and Shula. One hand Khatwanga, the palm of the Palang. Second is the Shula, the Trishula. There is Ayudas. The other 2 hands, Varada Abhaya Astamisham. In one hand he is giving Vara, in another hand he is giving Abhaya. तो वरदान और अभयदान के हाथ ऐसे. So Khatwanga, Shula, Varada, Abhaya Hastam Isham. As a Ishwar who has got his 4 hands, one is Khatwanga, other is Shula, another Varada, other is Abhaya. Varada means giving whatever you want. Abhaya means giving fearlessness. Last one, Samsara Roga Harana Aushadham. Advitiyam. Our devotion to him and his blessings are the Aushadha, the medicine for the Roga, the disease of Samsara, which we have just discussed. Identifying the Kshetra and suffering. And such Lord Shiva is one without second, therefore Advitiyam. Clear? Beautiful it is. Now let us chant Om Ata Shri Shivasya Pratasmaranam Om Om Pratasmarami Bhavabhiti Haram Suresham Gangadaram Vrishabhavahanam Ambikesham Khatwangashulavaradha Bhayahastamesham Samsararogaharanaushadham Advitiyam Pratarnamami Girisham Girijardhadeham Sargasthiti Pralayakaranamadidevam Vishveshwaram Vijita Vishwamanobhiramam संसाररोगहरणौषधम् अद्वितीयं प्रातर्भजामि शिवमेकमनन्तम् आद्यं वेदान्तवेद्यमनघं पुरुषं महान्तं नामादिभेदरहितं षड्भावशून्यं संसाररोगहरणौषधम् अद्वितीयं प्रातः समुत्थाय शिवं विचिन्त्य श्लोकत्रयं येनुदिनं पठन्ति ते दुःखजातं बहुजन्मसञ्चितं हित्वा पदं यान्ति तदेव शम्भोः इति श्रीशिवस्य प्रातः स्मरणं meaning of second, third, tomorrow, day after. Thank you for your patient listening. Thus we have done Shiva Pratah Smaranam, thus we have seen Geetha, the seventh shloka, thus we have done the third or the fourth Anuvaka chanting of Rudram and also our earlier shlokas. Thus the day we tried our best to be using this 1 hour for the divinity, for our own spiritual understanding and growth. All the best to you all. Thank you. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shanti Mahaprayat Shanto Muchita Vandebhya Muktaschanya Anvimochet Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Gurubhyo Paravrashubhyo Parabrahmane Shutimatriyam Tatsat Brahma Arpanamas Bol Sri Krishnendra Bhagavan Ki Jai Geeta Mata Ki Jai Vedavyas Bhagavan Ki Jai समस्त गुरु परंपरा की जय अस्मत् गुरु परंपरा की जय श्री सांब सदा शिव भगवान की जय आज के आनंद की जन पार्वती पदे हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम अम्बे व्याधि शक्ति माता की जय समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक भाव जिज्ञास गण की जय समस्त युवमंडल की जय हाँ भारत माता की जय सनातन धर्म की जय वैदिक संस्कृति की जय अध्यात्म का जीवन विधान की जय Thanks. See you tomorrow.